Welcome back to Ion Radio. I'm John.
And I'm Ken.
And today we have the brand new Star Wars Armada wave ships, -1, that are going to be on the table.
That's right, John. So today we have, I've got two Providences out on the table, and you're going to bring both the Venator and the Pelta.
Yes, I have the gorgeous Venator model that we're really excited to get it on the table, the Pelta, and a couple other ships, and we're going to see how well they do.
So we're also bringing a whole bunch of the new Wave 10 upgrades, so there's going to be a lot of things in this battle report, so a lot for us to talk about afterwards.
So we're going to get right to the fleets and deployment and to the action.
So coming in at 397 points, I have a Kraken fleet. I only have two capital ships. The first one is a Providence class carrier with Kraken, electronic countermeasures, flak guns, external racks, heavy ion emplacements, dual turbo laser turrets, the Invincible title, and thermal shields. The second ship that I have is a Providence class Dreadnought with TI-99, ordnance experts, boosted comms, external racks, point defense ion cannons, heavy turbo laser turrets, linked turbo laser towers, and the Lucid Voice title. Moving on to squadrons. General Grievous is leading up 7 Vulture droids.
So I have an Admiral Tarkin list coming in at 399 points for the Republic. Admiral Tarkin is on a flagship, the Acclimator 1 assault ship. It has clone navigation officer, proximity mines, flag bridge, and with flag bridge I get to use the brand new Mercy mission, linked turbo laser towers, external racks, and implacable. Then I have the gorgeous Venator 2 class Star Destroyer. It has clone navigational officer, clone gunners, the SPHA-T, which is the special weapon with the ignition, thermal shields, decided to give them a try, XI-7s, external racks, and the Resolute title. My Pelta with the wings folded in medical frigate has a clone navigational officer, projection experts, comms net, proximity mines, and TB-73, which is going to give me an additional defense token. To round out the fleet, I have 2 Counselor class armed cruisers, both naked. I'm just going to throw it out there. They're going to be the Mercy mission ships.
So I won the bid by 2 points, and I've elected to go first. John gave me this great selection between Most Wanted, Contested Outpost, and Solar Corona. Since we know he's got Mercy mission, I feel that both Most Wanted and Contested Outpost I'm going to be coming from really far behind against, so I'm going to go with Solar Corona and hope I can take the Venator and the Acclimator out. So here is the Separatist fleet. I have Kraken with the flagship here moving at speed 2 and TI-99 with Lucid Voice off to the side here moving at speed 3. John's kind of on my left flank, so hopefully I can pull that ship in. And then the fighter squadrons are hanging out over here. I'm honestly hoping they can go after the CR-70 with Mercy mission.
Okay, so got the length of pretty much the whole table because I spread everything out. So I dropped my proximity mines here to zone off this area. I have all my ships going speed 2, so I have the Venator, I have the flagship Acclimator with Tarkin, I have my Pelta, the non-charger with Mercy Mission, and then of course off to the wayside we have the Mercy Mission one. That's goal is just to get into the deployment zone by the end of the game to score 40 points for me. Other things to note, Tarkin is starting the game with a nav, an engineering, and 4 concentrate fires. And Resolute is starting the game with an engineering and 3 concentrate fires.
Let's start this off with Lucid Voice showing a navigate command, and we're going to take it as a token. We're moving at speed 3, so I'm going to, as I bump this thing around, it was straight, there we go, and go right here. Place my fighter, there you go, John.
The Mercy Mission Corvette is going to take his command dial of navigate as a token and move speed 2 to try to land at the end of the game in the end zone.
We're going to activate the Invincible Engineering. I'm going to take it as a token and just move forward 2. I believe we're going to just advance forward and ignore your mine.
The Venator is going to be revealing a navigate. We are going to take it as a token. And then we're going to move our speed 2 forward. I think we're just going to do a little bit of a jig jog. And then we're going to, at this time, place an ignition token from my side arc with the SPHA-T to attempt to do this next turn. So, inside arc, right there. We're going to go with the Acclimator next. It's going to be revealing a navigate. And we're going to be using it as the dial, because dials are fun, and jumping up to speed 3. Because we need to circle around with it a little bit and get it into range. So we're going to do this maneuver right to there. Now we're going to activate the Pelta. The Pelta is going to be revealing a navigate. With the navigate being revealed, we're going to pass a token with the clone navigation officer to the Acclimator. And then we're going to take the dial and make it into a token itself and claim it on top of ourselves. Now we're going to be moving our speed 2, and I think we're pretty not maneuverable as well. So we're gonna just move to there. Gonna go with my last ship. It's revealing a navigate, and we're gonna switch out the confire for the navigate, and we're going to move right to there.
Squadron phase. So this is just me. Going to be moving everything pretty much in this general direction here. Actually, I don't want it that close to you. Everything moves at 4. This group over here. We're probably going to be doing a lot of overlap on these, John.
Yes, you are.
All right.
So at the end of the turn, on the Pelta, we're going to spend the token off of Clone Navigation Officer to ready them. And then off the Venator, we're going to spend the redirect fire token off to ready SPHA-Ts. And that's the end of the turn. Start of round 2. Admiral Tarkin's going to be handing out Confire tokens. And I'm going to be handing it out to the Venator and swapping out the nav on the Counselor over here for a Confire.
So let's go ahead and activate Lucid Voice. Got a nav, we're going to use it as the dial. I have no shots though, so I'm going to walk into this death trap that I don't really want to, but I don't have much choice. Reducing to speed 2. And we're going to put the extra yaw on the second joint. I believe that will keep me completely in your side arc.
Mercy mission. Navigate. We're going to increase to speed 3 and start flying ourselves across this board to try to end in Ken's area.
So I'm going to go ahead and pass. John, back to you.
I'm going to activate this Corvette here, revealing a Confire, so we're going to probably use that. I only have one shot. It's going to be against the front of the Lucid, and it's going to be 2 blues. You're actually going to roll more dice against me, I think, than I'm going to roll against you. So we're going to roll in 2 blues, and that is crazy.
That's cock. Go ahead and reroll.
Cool, and then we're going to concentrate fire in a blue. Boom, take 3.
So if I'm taking 3 to the front, we are going to redirect that to the far side and then salvo back. So that's 1, 2, 3, right? Here's salvo. With, ooh, that's not bad at all. So I'm not going to let you use the evade, take 3.
I will redirect. We will redirect 2 over to here, and then 1 to the front. And then I gotta move. And we're going to probably just, maybe if I can crash into you. I could. Let's do that. That seems like fun. So we will crash into you, doing a damage to both of us, landing me right there.
We're going to activate the Invincible. I have a nav dial. I'm just going to take it as a token. I've got a couple opportunities for shots. So first one I'm going to take is going to be long range, my front to the side of the consular that I am hitting. So I get 2 reds. It's an unobstructed shot. And I believe we're definitely at medium range from the other guy, so I can use Kraken.
Correct.
So I've got hit crit. Let's go ahead and use DTTs first to add a red die. And then I'll take out the blank. That's really all I can do. So you have a hit crit.
Okay, cancel them both. I discard the evade.
Okay. Second shot's going to be my side to the front of the acclimator. 3 red dice. Ooh, that's not good, and I don't have anything close by. Yeah, I used DTT on the wrong ship, so I guess you can't use your redirect. Yeah, can't use your redirect, take a crit.
Okay, so I will salvo you.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just what it is. 1 to the front, and then a red dice into your side for an accuracy, and we will LTT it for a hit.
So I guess I will take 1. And then I'm going to move. So I think what I'm going to do is just spend out the token, drop to speed 1. Move forward, so I'm going to just move him out of the way here. Put 6 down. And I will overlap just the one squadron. John, you can put him wherever.
Way back corner.
Back here?
Yep.
Okay.
We're going to activate the Venator. It is going to be revealing a concentrate fire. We're going to be using it. Now, let's decide on where we're going to be doing our attacks. I have to attack with ignition first, out my side, into your front, at close range. It is obstructed because of this debris field. So we're going to make that close range from the token attack into you. I'm going to drop a blue dice, so it'll be 4 blues and a black ignition attack against you. I'm just going to pick it up now. And roll on in. So far so good. We're going to be using concentrate fire and our token to be adding in a black dice and then re-rolling a dice. Here we go for the re-roll. I can't complain about that.
Blacks are on fire today, John.
And then we're going to re-roll the accuracy. Okay, pretty good. And now because this ship is within distance 5 of the defender, when I use a concentrate fire, you may discard a token assigned to this friendly ship. So right there. And when I do that, I can add a blue dice set to an accuracy. Bam! You can't brace.
Cool.
And then also when I'm done revealing that with Resolute, I'm going to gain an additional concentrate fire token.
How much damage do I have coming into my
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8. So we're going to burn out the redirect to the left-hand side. I will not need to contain it. So...
You cannot. I have XI7, so you can redirect 1.
Oh, that's right, you have XI7. So I will still use the contain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 internals. But not face up.
Okay, so that's that shot. And then, so for the very, very sad front shot, we're going to be shooting into the front of this Providence with 2 red dice. And see what we get. For a double.
For a double. I believe what I'm going to do is redirect to my right side. We're at long range.
We are at long range, otherwise I would have blue dice.
And then I'm going to salvo back with my flak guns. So let's see. Instead of redirecting, I take 2. You've got XI7, so there's 1 and 2. And then here's the blue die at long range for hit crit.
Okay, so before I take any damage with that ship, I'm going to use Implacable to take the 2 damage to the front of this ship.
All right.
I'm trying to use as many cards as I can all at once. And then we're going to use the token to drop down to speed 1 and do that. And because I now have a readied thing, we're going to drop this into my side arc. Somewhere like that. And it is now exhausted. We're going to go with my acclimator because I got this bumper car thing going. And we're going to be revealing an engineering because I figure we're going to be taking some damage. And we're going to be putting 2 shields back up on the front. Just like that. And then we're going to make a long range attack against the... Can I hit your front? If I can, I want to hit the front.
You can.
Cool, so we will hit the front of that ship with 3 red dice. Let's see what we get. And we will LTT this one. Take 3.
3, huh? Oh. Should use the thermal shields. We will brace that to 2. Let's take it off the front. 1, 2.
Okay, so then here's the crappy situation. I'm gonna be doing speed 3 like this.
You're going to clearly overlap these two, aren't you?
Yes, if I land there. And if I don't, then it doesn't really matter.
You will.
Right in like that. Now measure to see if we get the... Hold on, I'm not locked. I think I get a mine.
Definitely 1. You're outside of the second one.
Woo! So Ken gets to roll 2 blues. I land on my own mines, which is beautiful.
So we're going to put these guys... Actually, you know what would be smart? We'll put them in the front so we can shoot you later. Okay, and then, yeah, 2 blues, 4 mines. That's 2 hits.
That's 2 straight hull damage. That is going to really hurt me.
And that goes away.
Yep. And that's that ship. Activating the Pelta. We're revealing an engineering and we're going to use it. After saying that, we're going to comsnet this navigate over to this ship. And then we're going to use projection experts to spend 2 engineering to move my back shield to the front of this acclimator. Like that. And then we're going to regen with the remaining 2 points loop back. I have no shots and I'm going speed 2. So we're going to just move ahead 2 straight. Right to there.
Squadron phase. So I have a bunch of squadrons already around the acclimator, so we're going to start with that. We pre-measured it. This vulture droid does not have a shot into the front of the acclimator, but does into the side. So let's start with him. That's 1 red into the side for a double.
Which side?
He's hitting the side of your Venator, or your acclimator.
We will brace it to 1. Yep.
Okay. This vulture over here is firing into the front of that acclimator. So that's also a red die for a crit, which is nothing. And then this one will do the same thing. For a crit, which is nothing. Grievous is going to fire into the front. Grievous gets to roll a black die. And that's a hit.
Into the front?
Into the front.
We will just take it. We will redirect it to this side.
The far side or the close one?
The one that's now at 0.
And unfortunately, all the rest of my squadrons are outside of any decent range. So I'm just going to start bringing them into play here. And I think I'm just going to start swarming some of these other ships.
So at the end of the phase, we are spending the concentrate fire to redo the turbo laser ignition system. Start of turn 3, Tarkin's going to discard a Confire token, and we're going to be handing out to this Corvette and my Venator a Confire token. Go ahead, Ken.
Let's start with the Invincible. I have a nav dial, we'll keep it. So I think I may want to speed up later, and let's start taking shots. So I'm going to fire from my side into the front of this acclimator. It's 2 reds, 2 blues, 2 blacks. And I've got some other things to add in a minute. So that's a lot of hits.
Yes, it is.
Let's add in the X-Rax. annoying. Do I want to use... Let's use DTTs on the shot. And then I guess I'm just going to dump that and leave that. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
9.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to brace it, and we're going to redirect it, and we're going to salvo you.
Okay, so we're going to use the heavy ion emplacements. So, because I've got a blue crit in there, right?
Yep.
I do. So, defending hull zone and the adjacent ones lose 1 shield each.
So that goes down, that goes down. And then how much damage was there?
So I said 9, you cut that down to 5.
So 3 to the front, and then I've redirected 1 to the side. So that's 4, and then I take a face down.
Face down.
Eek.
That's not bad out the side of this guy.
And then I get a salvo you.
Yeah, take the salvo
So
shot.
that's a black and a red into your side. For that, and then we're gonna LTT this one. And that is it. So take 2 with a crit.
It's going into my side, right?
Correct?
So I'm going to redirect to the rear. So 1 and 1. And then I'm going to take the long range shot. So my front to the side, that's C70 again.
Yep.
So it's 2 reds. For 3 hits, and I really can't do much anything with that, so I guess it's just 3 hits.
So I will redirect 1 to the rear and take 2.
So we're going to stay at speed 1, effectively ignoring that. And I think I'm going to just move 1. That's going to overlap Grievous. That's going to overlap that Vulture. I'm probably going to overlap a couple other squadrons. Maybe right on. Yep, he's overlapped. I'm right on that token, aren't I?
Yes, you are. We're going to go with the Acclimator flagship before it blows up. We have an engineering, and we're going to put 2 shields back onto the front. You know, this is the ship that's supposed to be keeping other ships alive. Just saying. It's not doing what it's supposed to. So then we're going to be shooting all of our stuff into your side. So we're going to start off with our side shot into your side.
Okay.
And then you can tell me if you want to do anything with that. I'm giving you the pause right now for activation.
I'm debating because you still have that front shot to make. No, I'm not going to.
Okay, so we're going to add in nothing so far and take a roll. Wow.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't.
That is something. So we're going to link Turbo Laser Tower for 1. And then I don't think I can really do anything else. I could use the Confire token. We're gonna X-Rax into this one.
Okay.
Cool. And then we're going to spend the Concentrate Fire token out to reroll one of these blacks. Take 5 damage.
5 damage into my side, correct?
Correct.
So I'm going to... We'll spend the redirect to the rear. I'm going to brace it so that I'm only taking 3. You've got a crit in there, don't you?
Yep.
I'm going to contain and salvo back.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and just knock the damage down unless you're running crit.
I don't have any crit ability, so
Okay,
it'll just be natural crits.
So it'll be the 1 here, the 1 on the side, and then I'll take a face down because I used contain, and then I'm salvoing back with everything
Into the side.
for hit crit. So I don't have any way to...
So I'm going to just redirect both those damages to the rear. So I don't have to worry about hits or crits by discarding the token. And then we're going to make the front attack, which is 3 reds and 2 blacks. Con?
So it's rounded down. I'm going to spend the brace. You're only rolling reds.
Okay, so your brace is...
I'm using thermal shields.
Yeah, so your brace has now been discarded.
Brace is discarded, yeah.
And here we go. And we re-roll 1 with LTT. Take 1.
Take 1. Well, I'm going to take the 1, but I'm going to salvo back. So I get everything at your front. That's rainbow. You've got shields, though. Oops.
Can't brace.
Yeah, so you can't brace take 2. That just knocks your shield down.
Yes, it does. And then I'm currently going speed 3. And I'm going to ram this ship and stay right where I'm at.
So we will take a face down. Let's activate Lucid Voice. I have a squadron command, which is kind of handy. We're going to use it. We get 4 squadrons. We are going to activate a couple of these to take out. We're going to easily be able to squeeze this guy in here. He's going to attack the front. That's a red die. For nothing. Great. This is going well. Let's try Grievous, actually. Move him over here. He rolls a black.
Off camera, Ken's like, 100% these fighters are going to kill this ship. I'm just going to point that out.
Okay. This guy's going to go over here.
Something to do about rolling red dice.
You know, the red dice are failing me today. There's a crit which doesn't matter.
You roll, so doing the math, you roll extremely high for doubles and crits, which doesn't help you with vultures.
It really doesn't.
You're going to have to shoot at it.
I'm going to have to shoot at it.
Yep.
All right, let's do this vulture. One more try. Okay. All right, that's fine. That's fine. That's okay. Let's take some shots. We're going to go front to front of the C-70. Now, I would like to say that this sucker's going to die, but, I mean, I need what?
4 damage.
4 damage, even if you redirect?
Yep.
What tokens do you have left? You have redirect and a contain.
So I'm done.
Yeah, you're dead no matter what.
Kaboom!
All right, so I killed something. That's good. You need 3 with that acclimator, right?
Yes.
All right, I got to do it. We're going to fire an obstruction shot into the front of your acclimator because I need that dead and I don't trust my squadrons. So I have...
Anymore. You don't trust your squadrons
I don't
anymore.
trust my squadrons anymore, yeah. So 2 reds and a blue because I got to drop one of the reds, and I've got LTTs, and I think that's it in terms of what I can do because we're at medium range. What do you have defense token wise?
A brace and a salvo.
Brace isn't going to matter. Salvo, I don't really care about out the side. So take a hit and 2 crits.
So I will spend out the brace to make it 2.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as this isn't a structural, I live. Blinded Gunners cannot spend accuracies. 1 health. So
Survive. So I've got a bunch of squadrons that need to do 1 damage.
yes.
All right, so speed 2. John, I think I'm going to overlap that debris field. think I might overlap that squadron also.
No. Yes, you will.
I'm gonna overlap the squadron. So there we go. The debris field, I will take 2, and I'm going to take 2 off of the rear.
Perfect. We're going to go with the Venator, and as Ken and I were both discussing, I'm going to ram and I'm going to kill my own acclimator, which is beautiful. It's just a beautiful thing. We're revealing a Confire, because that's what we're doing. And we have to make the ignition shot first, which you are close range to the ignition token and close range to my side. So that's what we're going to do. When I reveal a command, I'm going to also use Clone Navigator to toss a concentrate fire token over to that ship so that I can use Clone Gunners. And then let's go ahead and do this. So it's going to be 4 blues and a black against the front here, dropping the blue because of the obstruction into your front. Here we go. Okay, cool.
All right.
So then we're going to concentrate fire in a black dice. And how much damage do I actually need to kill you?
So you're coming in the front. You need 6 right now before defense tokens.
Before defense tokens.
So you have me if I can't do anything, and
So-
you've got that. Yeah.
We concentrate fire in and we spend the...
The token.
Yep. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I really need you dead, so we're going to X-Rex on this one.
I think you're gonna kill it.
For that, and then we're going to spend, because we did a concentrated fire, off the acclimator and accuracy, put in a blue accuracy, and say you can't brace.
All right.
Take
So
everything that is, have me re-roll the
yeah,
double.
I'm gonna have you re-roll the double with the point defense ion cannons just to use the card, and it does nothing. You're rolling like I usually do, John.
Yeah,
So
kaboom. You're dead.
I can't salvo this back, can I?
Nope, because it's an ignition token.
So let's see. We've got a lot of damage for posterity. What's the crit? I'm not even bothered to use the contain, and it is not a structural. So
Okay, and then because I used the command, I spend off Resolute another concentrate fire, and then I get a concentrate fire token. And then we make our next attack, which is close range into the front of your Providence. Usually, this is the point I would let you decide if you're going to use
thermal shield.
but you don't have
I don't have brace tokens, so I can't.
any. So that's going to be 2. It's going to be a double rainbow.
All right, let's see what we got here, John. You need 6.
Well, you have shields, so I need theoretically 8.
Oh, that's true.
So here we go. And I have nothing I can do with it, so that's 6.
So I'm gonna burn the contain because you know that's gonna be a structural this time. So 1, 2, and 4 internals. So that is a total of 7. You need 2 more to kill it.
Jeez. Okay. So then, sadly, I ram because I'm gonna do a journey thing.
Mm-hmm.
I ram. I stay where I am. I place the ignition token there because that seems like a good spot. The acclimator is going to blow itself up. Kaboom. And then the Venator takes a damage. Okay, so this ship on the Mercy mission is going to reveal a navigate. We're going to use it, and we're going to try to jump to speed 3 because it's at the end of the game. So if Ken's ship blows up, then I don't get the points unless I'm in the end zone. So we're going to do that. I think that's going to do it.
So yeah, you're safely in there.
And I'm away from the mine, so I didn't blow up my own Mercy mission ship. It's not very merciful when you have mined the field. Activating the Pelta. The Pelta is revealing in engineering. I have nothing to heal and nothing to pass to right now, so we're going to just take it as the token. So we have... I did not actually... This was not planned. This ship was just straight support. But I have double arced into the front with red dice. So we're going to fire 1 red dice, and then we're going to fire the 2 red dice and see what happens.
I need 2 hits to go through, and I have nothing.
So we're going to start with the front shot, because if I can do it on 1, then we'll just do it on 1. And I have nothing that I can really do to do anything with this. So that's 0.
This is 0.
So I have to spend right here the concentrate fire
Yeah.
to even hit the realm of possibility. For 1 damage.
Okay, 1 damage. I can take 1 damage.
So now the side shot into you with 1 red needs 1 damage. And it's an accuracy, so you survive.
I do survive.
For now. And then we are going speed 2. And we're gonna jut out of the way so you can't just fighter swarm me right now. But that might hit that token, so we're actually going to have to go into it. That stinks. Oh man.
You've done more damage to yourself with your own mines this game.
You know what? No, we're gonna land here and risk it. Tell me.
Range 1, you are fine, John.
For this turn.
So into the squadron phase of turn 3, I have 1 shot. So this vulture droid is going to fire into the front of the the Venator, because he can. I get a crit, which is completely useless. I'm rolling crits
You
like
need
mad.
to use the bombers. You needed hyenas.
You know what? I thought about it, but I figured you might bring, it's you, John, you might bring squadrons. You know, I'm just going to push these up a little bit to get some shots in your front. Maybe. That's it.
Okay, so into the turn, I'm going to spend off the nav from Clone Navigation Officer. I'm also going to spend off the Concentrate Fire from my Venator to re-enable the SPHA-Ts, which have been doing miraculous work this game.
Really have.
And I think that's all of my token shenanigans.
So with the sole remaining ship, the Invincible with Kraken, I have an engineering. We're going to use that and the token. And what that will do is let me get rid of 2 cards. So I now have 3 health left. So we took a look. We actually have you double arced, just barely on the corner. So I have a close out the front and medium out the side. So let's do the side shot first. This is 2 reds and 2 blues.
Okay, so before you do that, I'm going to spend my brace with thermal shields to say you can't use blues.
Aw, be more fun if you let me use those.
Nope.
So here we go. 2 reds. I have a crit and nothing. So I'm going to use dual turbo laser turrets to get rid of that. We have 2 eggs and a crepe.
Jeez. So that's against my front?
It's against your front.
Do you have any shields there?
On my front? Or you have 4 front shields?
No, but on your side, do you have any shields?
I have no shields on the side.
So we will salvo and we will redirect. So we redirect all the damage over to here, and then I salvo you to see if I can get 3 hits. I am a rainbow assortment.
Yeah.
And I need 3 damage to kill you.
Or 2 with a crit.
Yeah, that is true. I don't rely on that though. 2.
No crits.
And I can't re-roll, so.
Alright, so 1, 2. Well, I'm not going to ram you, but I am going to take another shot into your front. And it's 2 reds, a blue, and 2 blacks, unless you want to do some shenanigans with my dice.
You're taking into the front?
Yes, to your front.
Nope.
Alright, here we go. For a bunch of dice, I can't do anything really with, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 damage?
Yeah, with a crit.
Okay, so I will spend out the brace to make it into 2. I will just take the 2 on the front and spend out the salvo to try to kill you.
Okay.
So then I roll 2 damage to the front. Boom. And then it's going to be rainbow into you to try to get the 1 damage. You're dead.
All right, I'm dead. And just in case anyone's wondering, it's not a structural damage. So that kills that guy off.
Okay. So at this point, I don't think you can do anything to kill me.
No, because you'll be able to avoid.
Because I can just drop to
Fighters.
speed 0.
Yeah.
This will avoid it, but it won't kill me. You can roll 2 blue. Let's just roll 2 blue.
Sure.
You can go ahead and roll 2 blue, because
roll
I will
two.
land on it.
So that's actually that'd be 2.
That's 2 damage, and then
And I've got 1, 2.
I get to move first, so they won't be there. And I think I'm going to land on the asteroid.
You would.
So, donk. I take a crit. Even if it's a structural, I'm alive. It's a shield, so the front shield goes down. And that's the game, because you can't kill me.
No, because the most I can do, you've got redirects and braces and
And
evades.
evades.
So I have 2 things that can hit you on reds. The most I can even theoretically do would be 4, and you have ways to eliminate that down to 2. So yeah, no, we're good.
Okay, good game.
Yep.
At the end of the game, the Republic scores 40 extra points for this ship being in the deployment zone.
All right, we're back. We got to use a lot of cool cards, John.
Not only did we use like all the new ships, we used like all the new cards that we put on all of our ships across the board. So that was pretty exciting.
So there's only 1 ship left to go. That's the wreck you sent?
Yep,
When do
cannot
we get
wait
it?
to get that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about points and then talk about all the upgrades and everything that we used.
Sure.
So I'll let you take care of that.
So right off the bat, you tabled me. Of course, I only had 2 ships. So 400 points plus the 40 for Mercy mission.
Yep.
So 440 for John. I took out the Acclimator and your 1C70.
To be fair, I took out that.
Yeah, you kind of did. You ran your own mine. That was 2 points. You hit a debris field, which no, you didn't. That was the Pelta.
That was the other thing. I did a lot of damage to
you
myself, and then I
rammed it.
ran myself to die.
Yeah.
It was good
So
times.
I scored 156 points. Margin of victory 284 points. It's a 9-2 to you.
Yep.
But I mean, at this point, we learned a couple things.
Yes.
Right off the bat, Providences, 2 of them, not as good as a double pickle.
Yeah. So the takeaways from the Providences are amazing battering rams that want to just fly straight into the enemy fleet, do as much damage as they can, and then probably die. So it probably doesn't want to be your flagship.
No.
And it probably wants just one of them. So
It also does not want to face a fleet whose sole purpose is to generate a ton of tokens, a bunch of combos using clone gunners and the SPHA-Ts, where if I get close, I die. So John, why don't you talk about that?
yeah, so honestly, we only right now, spoiler alert, I guess, we only have 1 Pelta and 1 Venator. This fleet would be different if we had different ships available to us. So I really wanted Tarkin to be on the Venator because then I could use better tokens with him, or use the dials with him. But I needed to use Mercy Mission because I really wanted to show you guys what that looked like. So the Acclimator had to be my flagship so I could get Flag Bridge and Mercy Mission to it. A different ship combination, I could have done it the other way. So I thought Mercy Mission was kind of cool. My setup allowed it so that if we played Most Wanted, I get to just add dice against a ship, which is always good. And then I could make my Mercy Mission ship the Most Wanted and fly it to the other side of the board.
Right.
Cool. Contested Outpost, I play on one side of the board. Mercy Missions on the other side scores me 40 automatic points, and then probably get 2 turns of contested. So we're looking at 80 points without even playing the game.
Right.
Then Solar Corona, you set up, I set it up wherever I want it, and it scores 40 points. So that's like an automatic 40 points from that. So that was kind of cool. Then for the first time, we used Clone Gunners on the Venator, which is what pretty much killed your one Providence, because I just blocked your
the brace.
So that Providence didn't have any defensive retrofits. You would have benefited highly from a ECM.
Yes.
Or you could even benefited highly from the thermo.
Yeah, honestly, if I would have had thermal shields on that one, I had the wrong upgrades on the wrong ships, or maybe I just had my ships positioned incorrectly in this case. But you hit the one that you could hit hard, and then the one that you couldn't, you just, 1,000 cuts.
Yes. So just doing my shenanigans, passing tokens, and doing everything. You need a lot of token control to be able to use the SPHA-T cannon every single turn, because it needs to have a concentrate fire to unexhausted. So Tarkin was there to give me the initial concentrate fires, so then I could do clone gunner and things like that. Then I had tons of clone navigation officers, so if I needed a con fire token, I could just hand it out to wherever I needed it. So that was kind of the basic idea behind this fleet.
It really showcased how the Republic, there's a lot of synergy, and if you can play off that really well, you get the tokens, you get some really cool combos, kind of like you're playing Street Fighter 2 Turbo or something like that. But that really did kill off the one Providence in 2 turns, and it probably should have still been on the table, because if you didn't have clone gunners, and I could have used my brace or something, I would have gotten at least one more turn out of it.
Probably.
Let's see, what else? We got to use a bunch of cards. Flak guns, so got to use some of the salvo at longer range.
Your salvo at longer range did help you.
That did. What else did we use? Lucid Voice, getting the salvo with red dice, that was cool.
Yes.
You got to use clone gunners, we talked about that. The SPHTs or SPATs or whatever they are. Resolute, you got to use that?
Yes, that's all part of the token generation game that I was playing. So then I could re-roll a dice, and then after doing the command, I got a token back to refresh it.
So John, you got the opportunity to fly both the Pelta and the Venator. I already kind of gave we generally spoke about what we thought about the Providence. What did you think about the Venator itself and the Pelta?
So the Pelta's okay. I had it equipped to be doing engineering, and then I had clone navigation on it, because I'm like, I could pass out theoretically 2 tokens a turn, but I can't pass out engineering, and I had the projection experts on it, so I could regenerate shields, so I kind of didn't use it right. But it's a really good support ship if you need a support ship for not very many points. The Venator, I'm going to need to play with it a little bit more. It's kind of just a glorified victory, but that long-range laser beam is kind of awesome with it. The front of the Venator 2, with being the double rainbow, I don't think is as good as the Venator 1, which has basically the victory set up for it. I think ideally it would be really good at pushing squadrons, which I decided not to play. I decided to lean heavily into the anti-ship ship build. Next time I'll probably try a fighter build. But ideally I think you want 2 of them, and one of them being the anti-ship version, which would be a 1, and then the other one, which is the 2, which will be the fighter pusher. That's where I kind of see it going. I still think acclimators have a place. Like Ken and I were looking at it. The acclimator arc is just a little bit wider in the front, so it's a better candidate for swivel turrets. And as you know, I actually really enjoy swivel turrets and EWS on acclimator.
Yeah.
So acclimator has a very specific build in roles that it can do, and it's different than a Venator. So the Republic has a lot of different tools on the different ships that it can use to build a lot of different fleets with just the 4 ships.
So in my case, probably wanted some munificence instead of that second Providence. But, I mean, come on, we have to try it once, right? I'm not entirely sure completely kitting out the Providence is the right way to go. And you might see me try Providence that's more or less 1 or 2 upgrades as opposed to pretty much decked out. It's a lot of points in each one of these.
So, stay tuned. We'll get more. I know we'll probably do another couple battles, definitely with the Providence, the Venators, and those will be coming, sometime in the next few weeks.
So we just want to ask you guys what your thought on Mercy Mission is. Did you like it? Would you use it? Is it worth sacrificing a ship to try to get 40 points?
Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check us out on all our social media. The links are below for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. And come join us in Discord so you can talk to me and John directly.
I'm John.
And I'm Ken.
And you've been watching Ion Radio.